In this course, we're not going to go deep into all of the defining qualities of the smart contracts that you could use on Ethereum. We're going to be using a marketplace to mint and sell our NFTs to simplify the process. But it would not be smart for us to not quickly look at, hey, what are the standards that are used for NFT minting now that we know that smart contracts, these pieces of code that run on Ethereum, are what power NFTs. And so I quickly wanted to touch on ERC 721. It is the first standard for NFTs on Ethereum. So it's the first type of smart contract, or standard of smart contract rather, that was used for NFTs on Ethereum. Think of it like a smart contract template. It basically outlines all of the rules that need to be followed for NFTs on Ethereum as a smart contract. Now you can extend upon this, you could even change it, but it is viewed as a standard because when you follow the standard, you know what you're getting, right? If people build upon the standard, then there is trust. And through trust, you know that your ownership is secured. So this type of smart contract, well, it creates and keeps track of ownership of the NFTs that it has created. So when you transact with the smart contract that was based on 721, you know that certain principles have been followed to ensure that your ownership of what you're purchasing against that smart contract. Because remember, a smart contract is nothing more than a wallet. So when you interact with it, you are giving it money, and it is giving you, well, money, or rather Ethereum, and it is giving you something in return. And that something in return that it is giving you, it is tracking your ownership on that smart contract of the non-fungible asset. And this is where digital art kind of comes in. Now, does it need to be digital art? Not necessarily. It could track your ownership against something else as well. But in the concept of digital art, we're tracking the ownership of digital, right? So basically the smart contract, when you interact with it, you give it Ethereum, right, to the wallet, and it in the code will do things to either mint or generate an NFT. In this case, the most valuable use case is digital art. And that transaction is secure because we know that this contract builds certain standards into the smart contract. There are certain pieces of code that are by default in the smart contract that give you trust. Now, we'll be linking the resources to ERC 721, so you can go read the specification if you want, or some high-level documentation around it. But the reason that we wanted to touch on these smart contract standards is because at the end of the day, anyone can build any smart contract, right? It's just code. It's just code that goes on Ethereum. But through standardization like 721, we now ensure that we have trust because people are following a public standard that is open and that you can view. Otherwise, there could be any type of code in that smart contract, right? So there's a certain validity that comes with implementing against that template.